We end tonight with 31 words most of us know by heart, because when one little boy recited them, it was hard to find a single word to describe the joy. Bobby Lewis of our Tampa St. Petersburg affiliate WTSP has the story.
Of the United States of America.
This kindergarten classroom is full of cute kids.
For which it stands.
But the boy in the wheelchair stands out.
It makes me really happy, and I know he's in a really great place here.
Jake Garza is short on words, but not on confidence.
You are awesome, baby. You are totally awesome.
5 years old, full of smiles, and one big surprise 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was totally unexpected. We had no idea he knew it. None at all.
Born with cerebral palsy, one-word mumbles were normal for Jake, until he shocked his family, reciting the entire Pledge of Allegiance for Dad, a man who understands the power behind those words.
I was just so proud. And the same emotion I'm displaying now is, excuse me, is exactly how I felt.
Oh, it melts my heart. Totally melts my heart.
This is Jake's school aide, Cheryl Cunningham.
Just because I'm so proud of what he's accomplished, and because of Dad being in the military, I'm gonna cry. Then my son just went into boot camp myself. So it's huge.
Huge because it's rare.
To the flag of the United States of America.
We tried to get Jake to say the pledge again. And he wrapped it up just right.
I definitely have it tattooed on my arm.
But for a dad who wears American ink,
symbolizes freedom.
Having this pledge saved to watch on demand beats any other way.
Can I say hell yeah?
You can.
Yeah.
You can say that.
So, I mean, yes, as a dad, I mean, he's my son.
For CBS News, Bobby Lewis, St. Petersburg, Florida.
And thank you to Bobby Lewis and WTSP for bringing us that story.
Strangers typically don't make road trips like this.
It's about 18 hours.
And aren't usually greeted with squeezes.
It's nice to meet you, Matt.
We have an name too.
I'm Beth. I'm sorry.
Which leads you to believe Matt Defer is more than a stranger.
Yes, stunned is a good word.
Matt met Tom Steffen online, a local father trying to figure out how to make shoes for little Laura.
You're on the camera, right?
Absolutely, I saw you on the camera.
A 6-year-old we told you about last month.
He made shoes for a long time.
This was my attempt at her request to make them pretty. It wasn't terribly impressive to anybody.
Matt saw the video of Laura's feet from his hometown, Henrietta, Texas.
That's why I was crying.
And decided to help.
Mom looks at me and says, "You're going to make that little girl a pair of shoes, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am."
Matt is a bootmaker with a heart the size of Texas. A heart that compelled him to make these mini miracles. Matt's friend Ben Johnson did the stitching.
I can run a sewing machine, so that's what I got stuck doing.
Laura's initials and pink butterflies.
And I like the pink shoe laces because I like hot pink.
Everything little girls love.
There was a tear came out of my eye.
Even ones who need special shoes.
Everything came together. They fit. She likes them. She's dancing in them. To reward these gentlemen with that is heartfelt.
It was great. It was absolutely great. It was worth every mile. Every single mile.
1,186 of them. The distance between Matt's idea and his delivery.
This is without a doubt the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
The same distance required to go from stranger to friend.
My boots are cooler.
On the road in Palm Harbor, I'm Bobby Lewis, 10 News. The sound of singing rises to the steeple from people who mean every word.
We have our own third world here in the United States, and it's homelessness.
For most of us, that's a struggle. Most of us can be hard.
At the intersection of need and hope,
Scared to death.
the homeless draw strength.
Why should I stop trusting God now?
This isn't your typical church.
God is our refuge.
There are more beards than Bibles.
And our strength.
A place where the least of these gather.
5 years ago when I was a drug addict, I didn't believe in God at all.
To lift each other up.
Now, I just believe that God has a plan for me.
I feel so bad for homeless people because I've been there and I know what it's like.
I got stabbed out here 8 times.
Yeah.
Punctured a hole in my spleen and my lung. 31 staples and 11 stitches.
This place means a great deal to you.
It means everything to me, because if I didn't have this, I wouldn't have anything.
I was homeless too. I walked in this doors homeless with my 2 boys.
They say God is alive and well. Yeah, he's alive and well right here.
The building is over 100 years old, but the Refuge Church,
February 7th,
is fairly new.
2016.
Yes.
Sean and Michelle Powers started it 2 years ago to meet a need in their backyard.
We really didn't have a plan, didn't really have a vision. Just sharing the love of Jesus was really our only vision.
And it's working.
My mother, who's a retired federal judge, claims that I'd be dead if I never met Sean Powers.
She right?
Very likely.
Where would I be? Probably another statistic and dead.
If it wasn't for this place, I'd have probably been nowhere.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord Jesus. Open the eyes of my heart.
Everything runs on donations. Wednesdays are Bible studies and laundry days.
We all have those hurts, and we all have the desire for things to be better.
Homeless volunteers keep everyone behaving.
I feel if I don't come here, my mind's going to totally start thinking about the negative.
I just got to town about a week ago. I've been coming since, and like I said, they're helping me get my stuff to get a job. I mean, they've helped us out with clothes, bikes to get to work. So we're starting over on the street, and they're helping us quickly get off the streets.
Even though every one of us got our own problems and addictions or issues, you know, when you step on these grounds, it doesn't matter what you are or what your problem or your habit is. When you're here, you're family.
All we want as human beings is for somebody to love us. That love is so unconditional for them because they haven't had that in so long.
The Refuge has helped the evicted.
I was homeless but never helpless.
And addicted.
I'm trying to remain clean and sober for the rest of my life.
This building, if you didn't have it, what would your life be like?
Probably hell.
It's an outreach that's far-reaching.
I mean, usually when you visit other churches, everybody's paying attention to what you're wearing and what you're doing and how did it go and blah, blah, blah. No, you're here to praise God. That's it. Come as you are.
Suffering does not occur because our faith is weak.
Sundays look different here.
And anybody that wants to tell you that, you can tell them to take a hike.
All right, yeah.
They sound a little different, too.
Let's go ahead and circle up now.
But maybe that's a good thing.
It's my family.
It certainly is, for the least of these.
And all the people said, amen.
The Refuge renewed my faith. It's not my time schedule, it's the Lord's.
In Clearwater, I'm Bobby Lewis.
All right, have a blessed week.
10 News.
Well, today was field day at Booker T. Washington Elementary School in Tampa. A final chance for the kids to run and jump before the summer.
And they got to play with some new shoes on their feet thanks to a very generous teenager. 10 News reporter Bobby Lewis is on the road in Tampa where Camden Grant made good on her promise to a special group of kids.
Are you guys excited for summer? School's almost out. Yeah?
Summer is just around the corner.
Don't open them yet.
And students have 1 foot out the door.
Vincent Haynes, Lamont Baldwin.
Feet that will dance into summer in style.
Trevor Johnson.
Thanks to Camden Grant.
You should raise your hand high.
It's been 1 month since Camden measured little feet at Booker T. Washington Elementary School.
Some of them have been asking, oh, are you really giving us new shoes? And I'm like, yeah, it's so exciting.
Which means she's waited 1 month.
3, 2, 1.
For this moment.
Oh, look at me! You like that?
Every first and second grader got new shoes today.
I see huge smiles and it just gives me a really happy feeling in my heart.
Thanks to this 14-year-old with a heart for kids.
The best gift of all is knowing your granddaughter did this.
It doesn't make sense, right, with 14-year-olds. She's not out with her friends. She's not out doing those things. She's out shopping for 200 pairs of shoes.
It's wonderful and kind and beautiful.
Not every student here could afford new shoes for summer. Camden took care of that.
Our original goal was $2,500, so I definitely did not expect it to grow this much.
She raised about $7,000 enough to buy 150 pairs of shoes. An incredible gift
You like them?
from an incredible teenager with an incredible soul.
I definitely wasn't expecting them to be this excited, but yeah, the reactions definitely proved.
On the road in Tampa, I'm Bobby Lewis, 10 News.
You're welcome.
These days, you can take pictures or videos with your phone. You can get directions to anywhere you want to go. You can even make dinner reservations. Oh, how times have changed. And if you're of a certain age, you may remember you had to actually go in a room to make a phone call and spin your way to a connection. From phone booths to candlesticks to iPhones and everything in between, the purpose is all the same. It's the connection that's what we crave. John has 1,000 phones inside this house of his. All of them look a little bit different, but they all remind him that his life's work had a lot of meaning. Tina and Stephanie joke around that the guys are a little more interested in the ride than the roses, but both are turning heads, especially online. Almost every customer that came up and bought flowers today snapped a picture and posted it online. Posies picks up about 1,000 followers a month on Instagram alone because of photos like these.
Everyone was posting pictures and tagging, so just followed their Instagram.
We try to keep fun stuff that, you can't get just anywhere.
He found that photographing animals was way more fun than snapping shots of people, and he fell in love with the idea of helping pets find a new home. And his business cards prove it. Almost every day of his week is dedicated to his craft, and his pictures are getting Fido exposure.